Oh, it's not like real. No, it's got to be pretty close to live, right? Oh, nothing yet. Ah, there it is. Huh. It's about a 10-second delay. It's about 20 seconds actually, because I can hear my voice coming through on your game or on your system. 20 seconds from now, but dang, that looks good. You want a public server? Bury your gun. Sales guy, like I'm telling him what I wanted to get, just to try to confirm that it's available in my area, the package that I want. And at one point he asks, "Okay, can I know what your current internet package is?" And so I tell him, "We've got Uverse, and we're paying $65 a month for 12 megabits down and 1 megabit up."
Yeah, because it's not just because it's Uverse doesn't mean it's fiber. AT&T has bid anything over 56K as Uverse because they're a bunch of jackasses.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry, I had to mute Tino's stream because everything we're saying is going through there now. But so I tell him how much I'm paying, and then he says, "Oh, let me place you on hold. I need to see what packages are available." Blah 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 blah. And he comes back 2 minutes later, and he offers me no joke, 15 megabits down, probably like one or two up, for $70.
Yeah, they
What
they they just
the
try and they
hell?
just try and do crap like that because they get paid on commissions.
What I mean, I mean, he obviously must think I'm a total jackass.
Yep.
But that was very frustrating. And of course, like well, and I thought I misheard him at first. I'm like, "Can you repeat that?" He's like, "I'm seeing one thing on your website, and now." So if I wouldn't have told him what our package was with Uverse, then he probably wouldn't have tried to get me that bad. But still, it was really upsetting. So I just said, "Screw this. I'm gonna go with what I see on the website, which is like $55 for the Ultimate 100." And and then he said, like, what did he say? Somehow he said like the Ultimate 100 isn't even available in my area. Like, oh, the fastest we can give you is 15 megabits down. A bunch of bullshit. So I hung up, went to the website, signed up, got the 100, Ultimate 100, and now the installer's coming out next week. So that's my first experience with Time Warner Cable, and I have to say, um, it seems like it is as bad as people have been saying it is, which is kind of unfortunate. But I don't know, because Time Warner Cable, like, doesn't everyone complain about it? I mean, the customer service is kind of.
You know, their customer service isn't great. I'm not going to say that it's going to win any awards, but I will say this. Um, the tech that came out, like, because when I first got it, one tech came out and he's like, "Oh, we can't we can't run cable for you because there's no telephone poles on my street. And I'm just like, okay, but there are people that clearly have it in our area. In fact, I think our neighbors have it. And I'm just sitting there going, you know, what do you mean you can't do it? And he's like, oh, well, that was clearly an issue. We're gonna have to, you know, have a site survey. We might have to dig up the street, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what are you talking about, dude? And this guy bails out like super hard. I called up and I'm like, look, your tech came out and he gave me this whole line of crap. So I need to reschedule another tech because that guy clearly wasn't willing to do it.
Just doesn't want to get off his ass.
Yeah, doesn't want to get off his ass and do anything. So the second tech comes out and he's like, oh, well, because I have a telephone pole in my backyard, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm just like, so what's the deal? And he's like, oh, well, there isn't any on that telephone pole, but there is on the one that is, there's another telephone pole basically on the street that is behind my house. And he's like, okay. So what I need to do is I need to run it from that one to your pole, and then from your pole to your house. And I'm like, can you do that? Is that something that you need to do, or do you need to make like a work order or whatever? And he's like, oh no, I'll do it right now. And I'm just like, well, the last guy who came out there gave me a bunch of crap about digging up the street. And he's like, nah, dude, he was just being lazy. Like, he didn't want to do anything. And I'm like, wow, okay. Because unfortunately, they actually contract out some of their stuff. So sometimes the tech you get isn't even technically Time Warner, or he's like a third-party contractor to Time Warner.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, just try and see. Like, I don't think you can ask them for like a tech, but don't be surprised if like one tech comes out, feeds you a load of bullshit, and like tries to mess with you or whatever. Just be like, look, man, I need you to come out here and run cable, and if you can't do that for me, I will call and I will make another appointment.
Well, I expect it'll go smoothly. The only thing is, at my property, my dad ran like a conduit from the telephone pole, which is at the corner of our property, over to our, I think it's like an MPO, or like the point of entry for our phone line.
Sure.
So I'm hoping that Time Warner would be able to use the same conduit instead of having to run the cable over the air.
Is the conduit like accessible, or?
Yeah, I mean it's at the base of the pole. So
how long is the conduit?
The run is probably about 50 feet.
Yeah,
and there's two bends in it.
They might be able to fish it through the 50 feet.
Yeah, I mean it really. There's no question. Like, definitely stuff could be pulled through it. It's just a matter of he'll have to put in a little bit of extra effort to do so, and he'll have to have a cable puller for it. I'm assuming. Like, you have to have one of those machines that will actually pull the line through.
Well, normally they just get like a
or lube up the pipe like shit. Pull really hard.
How big is the conduit? 1.5 inches?
I don't know. No, it's got to be bigger. My dad would have put in probably like a 2. Yeah, probably 2.
If it's 2 inch, if it's 2 inch, you could probably do it. If it's like 1.5 inches, the only thing I'd start getting worried about would be if when he's pulling it through, if he's gonna like end up jacking up the line that's already in there.
Yeah.
It's just a phone line, right?
Yeah, it's our current line for our UVerse, but
yeah.
But actually, once cable's pulled, I don't imagine that we'll have much use for the phone line anyway.
Yeah, and if he was super desperate and he wanted to be ghetto about it, what you would have him do is you'd have him basically cut the phone line that's running through there. Is it just a standard what is it, RJ45 phone line? Or is it something different?
I don't know what type
Go
of
into
cable
the box.
it is, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a standard RJ45 or it's going to be something thicker and bigger. I mean, if he was super lame and ghetto, he would cut the line and he'd backpull cable.
Yeah, right.
But that's really dirty. If he did that, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
I wonder if he wasn't willing to do it, if we could just pull our... And by the way, Tino, I'm watching you the whole time as I'm talking, so thanks for streaming, and I'm enjoying this. Even though I haven't muted. What I was going to say is that if he can't pull it, or if Time Warner isn't willing to do so, then it's something that my dad would have the ability to do. He has the resources for it. He's got the men who have the know-how. But my question then would be, okay, is Time Warner going to be okay using some other type of cable? Well, not another type of cable, but some cable that we've pulled ourselves. Like say we just pull cable from our box over to the pole and leave an extra like 50 feet or whatever, coiled up. I wonder if they'd be willing to just use that to tie into their system.
I know they would probably prefer to have a straight run from the pole to basically the modem. I know that if you want to get serious, the one that's coming from the pole on my backyard is going my roof line, and then he has it underneath the eaves of the entire roof line, and it runs along one side of my house all the way to where my office is, and then he actually punched a hole in the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, and we do have Slack for it. It's not like he didn't leave us any Slack, but it's very clearly that they want it pretty much straight to wherever you're terminating it. It really depends on the tech. They might be able to say like, oh yeah, well we'll put like a junction on it and put it together, run your own cable. But the problem is that might also screw with the signal quality, because if you have a junction like that, I don't know how much that impacts.
There'll be some loss.
Yeah, there probably would be some. I don't know if that would affect you getting to 100, but like if you were going for like their max connection, which is like the 330, that would probably just not work with a junction there.
Pretty much took out a whole fucking squad.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my dad, see where we want them to terminate it, or where we want the modem to be, because we've got kind of a weird setup here. Like 5 years ago, we actually had our DSL modem in the box that's basically outside, like in that panel where your phone lines connect. Yeah. We just set it in there and then ran a Cat 6 or Cat 5 at the time from there to our wireless switch. And that worked then, but I don't know if we'd want to put like a cable modem in there. I don't even know if a cable modem would fit in there. And it wasn't good to have it kind of exposed to the elements, because really the only thing that's keeping it out of the elements is a thin piece of sheet metal, just one of those covers.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it in the box. So you may want to consider either buying your own cable modem. They might try and charge you a monthly fee for renting.
It's $5 a month, and I thought about that, or maybe $8 a month. I thought about that, and I think at this point we'll rent, because my parents the house is on the market right now, so I think if we wouldn't recover the cost.
It only really makes sense to buy your own cable modem if you're planning on being with them for more than, I think it's like a year and a half or 2 years is really where the break-even point is.
Because isn't the modem like $70-$80 at least?
Yeah, depending on what you get. If you get, I think what Andrew gets, which is the Motorola Surfboard, but it's a particular model.
Yeah.
That's like around 60 or 70, I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You have the Motorola Surfboard, right? Oh, it's a Netgear modem? Yeah. Yeah, see, I can't remember. Hold on.
Oh, we got him. Good job. Alright, let's keep moving. I wanted to check out that guy with the SVD.
It looks pretty good. I like it. The gameplay.
One down. Did you get hit? Fuck, spread out.
Yeah! Took him. That was a close match. Yeah, we won, because we out-ticketed them.
I can't remember if this is the exact model. You'd have to check. But that's pretty much what you would get.
They did.
I don't know if it's the 121 or the 141, or if there's like another model as well. But the main thing is that you want to make sure that it's DOCSIS 3.0, and you need to figure out how many. Basically, on cable, it's how many like channel bonding it can manage. So, for example, on the higher level channels that Time Warner will sell you, you need a modem that is capable of bonding to as many channels as possible. Yeah, that one's 4x4. What is this one?
This one says internet speeds based on your cable provider service up to 172 megabits down, 131
yeah,
up.
that one's 4x4. The other one, the 140 one, which is more expensive, that one will go higher because I think it does 8 bonding.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who didn't spawn in?
I didn't spawn in. I'm waiting for Rose.
Huh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I need my guy on me.
The 141, this is the more expensive. It's like another $20, but that will go all the way to their highest level.
Can I put my dick in your box? What?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but the 121 would do what you're looking for. Like that'll give you 100 without any problems. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to recoup the cost if you're going to sell the house shortly.
Alright, rally point's going down in a moment.
Unless I got one used on eBay for like $40 or something.
Probably not worth the effort.
Let's see here. Yeah, used $44.
Where are you?
Looks like shit.
Okay, spawning, guys.
Huh. Well, I'm kind of excited for it because honestly, like besides the low bandwidth, our AT&T service for the last few years has been pretty good. Well, fairly reliable, but it's just not cutting it. The speeds, it's just kind of pathetic.
We're going for the north flag, guys.
You know, I'm constantly hearing about people on cable and FiOS getting like 300, 400 megabits per second. I'm like, what the heck? That's 25, 50 times more than what we've got. It's like, okay, it's time for Uverse or AT&T to figure out a better way. I don't know. I wonder if they're kind of like reaching the threshold or reaching the limit of what that type of internet technology or the type of DSL technology can do.
It's more like they're too lazy to actually fix their busted ass system. They don't want to spend the money to actually upgrade their infrastructure. Funny enough, Time Warner just recently, especially in Southern California, rolled out the huge upgrade called Max with 2 X's. And that's why they can offer all the way up to 300 down and 30 up. Is because they literally built out their infrastructure for it. But for that, I think the most I could get was 30 or 50 down.
To the edge of this.
I think that was like the most they were willing to offer. But since they just recently built out their entire system, they're actually very competitive. And even though AT&T does offer fiber in certain areas, I've looked at their pricing and it's ridiculous. So
yeah,
one of those times where I don't particularly like cable, and yeah, I would like to have a better symmetrical connection if Verizon or AT&T had fiber in my area, but they're going to charge. I mean, Verizon would probably be price competitive, but AT&T wouldn't. So at this point, it's like, I'll stick with Time Warner. I'll be loyal to these guys because at least they're providing me like really solid download. So it's weird. AT&T has just been shit in the bed, and they haven't really done anything.
I'll pull up the packages here, the internet packages, to give you an idea of what the pricing would be like.
With me, so just a box and M&O. You guys with me? Yep. Everyone else go to the flag. Just a box and M&O go with me. Where are my guys? Where's M&O? Fuck! Where? Okay, I need one person with me then. Okay, hey, somebody turn around, please. Yes, you. Thank you. Come here. There we go. let's go. We're going east. Hey, where are you going? Oh. I'm watching the map like Pac-Man.
You need night vision.
Once we go a little bit more, I'm gonna go south straight. Hold fire, guys. Don't engage anybody.
All right. So we are at 12 megabits per second. We are paying 55 a month plus like equipment, which was stupid. We should have bought the modem a long time ago. But we can upgrade this building for $57 a month. Or we could go for 24 megabits per second for $62 a month, all the way up to 75 megabits per second for $82.
Yeah, that's so expensive.
Where's the other guy? Hey, come here. Come here, I need you, dude. Over here, guys.
Yeah, time to move on. Oh, and I think Time Warner wasn't even offered here up until like a year or two ago, which kind of seems strange because shouldn't basically any house, especially in Orange County, have some cable provider? Or is that was that not always the case? I can't remember. It just seems like 10 years ago it wasn't even an option for us to get any sort of cable service.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on that.
I think maybe it was like Dish. If you wanted to get like cable-like TV, you had to go with like Dish or satellite.
Yeah, I had I had DirecTV for a while here.
Yeah.
When we had like cable TV, but we killed that like 3 or 4 years ago. Especially when we had the new internet connection. We were just like, we're never doing this ever again.
You can't spawn?
90% of what's on like cable TV is garbage.
You guys can't spawn the
Yeah.
You have at least.
Like, the few channels that I would want to watch, I would only want to watch them once a week.
Right.
And at that point, I'd rather just spend the $30 a year and get a VPN and go pirate whatever I want.
Careful, everything you're saying is being streamed.
Yeah,
You do.
Okay, leave what we're doing, guys.
Oh man, it's $30 a month for a VPN, and then you can use that for all that shenanigans.
Yep.
We really need ones.
And is there like, is that a layer of,
So guys, we're gonna get
like, is there any way that
Fair,
you can be traced?
Check mumble. That's what myself and the other guy uses.
Alex?
Yeah, the big dude.
Let's go
Well, I
left,
shouldn't say the
guys,
big
go
dude,
left.
you're a big dude.
Southeast.
Similarly sized man.
Fuck. I'm gonna die, I'm totally dying.
Hey, are you watching, Nigel? Are you watching Tino right now?
I am not watching Tino.
Oh, okay,
I'm watching something else, but
there's two watching.
no, the main thing is that tech. You basically, in that situation, you plug it into whatever program you're using. You can use it one of two ways. You can use it whole hog, where you turn it on as a Windows application and all of your traffic from that computer is routed to wherever you want to route it. Or, much more like a proxy, where you have the individual application pointed at a particular set of proxies that, in my case, it routes through the network. And what that does is that particular program will be completely routed, and all of the traffic is routed through that, versus the rest of my traffic is not. So the advantage of that is that technically I can have one program running, and all of my traffic is being routed, and I don't have to worry about routing my mumble traffic, or if I was playing a game, routing that traffic.
Go
through all the way, through whatever country I want to route it through.
I can't because I lost it and it takes about a minute to recharge. I'm gonna try to get to this hill face here and then do it again.
Is it still 30 a month, 30 a year for you, or is it? Because right now they're advertising 39.95.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh.
Guys, hold fire,
I think
let
my
me see
renewal is shortly as well.
Nova points up.
Actually,
Uh-huh.
let me
Get
check.
fire base if you-
Curious.
Having fun, Tino?
Guys, come on, going south. Guys, what are you doing? 3 people are just standing there. Let's go.
Can you like jump on that wall that you were at like 10 seconds ago? Oh, I'm about to watch you die then, right in the poppy field.
Gonna try to put one here. This river and this mountain bed here.
I think it's coming up.
Too close still. Let's keep going.
No.
Never
Okay,
mind.
no,
I think
20-second
my
delay.
stuff is all the way
Let's try
to
to put one
March.
hill here.
Okay.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I mean that would be a good service
here,
to have
perfect.
that you have, but I just
Right. Here, guys, get my position, please.
I wonder if I'd use it enough.
Fire base is down. Nice hill fire base.
Find yourself using it enough. Even if you only use it a few times, the main thing is that you're completely protected, so you don't have to worry about any issues. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get any letters. I'm not gonna get anything where it's like, hey, don't like that. Like, I've never had an issue with that.
So like
Good
the
cap.
traffic that you're talking about would that be
Yes,
100% torrent
traffic,
kind of stuff?
We have a really sexy fire
Yes,
base.
you could
position.
do that.
There
I
you go.
also use it through
It's like having an
IRC.
orgasm.
Oh yeah. Oh okay, yeah. Well, same
Just about.
goal.
Yeah, but the difference is that IRC is direct.
I need
Torrents would
something
be
really corny to say to
distributed.
my girlfriend, guys. Any ideas?
Mhm.
Like
But-
super corny.
Both
They
would
really-
appear to be all traffic coming to and from one point on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just like, go ahead.
I wonder if someone were to sit down and analyze your traffic.
Oh,
like-
yeah. They could tell that I was doing something.
I
but they
know, I
couldn't
know.
tell what.
I know, but
Yes.
they'd see like,
Yes.
you know, like 50 gigs of traffic going to one country. What could this guy be doing?
I don't know.
Oh,
Streaming
wonder.
Netflix over VPN.
Yes, to the Netherlands. Or from the Netherlands. Have you used it for like sporting events, like football matches, or like the Olympics, or like watching BBC stuff?
You could, yeah, like if something is
Locked to a region.
region locked, you could do it that way. I know, for example, I used it earlier today when I bought Battlefront, because if you buy it through Origin Mexico, you can get it for $40.
Yeah. Oh god.
So,
Oh my
guess
gosh.
what? That's how I did it. Yeah, dude.
They don't have much money in Mexico, man.
Get yourself
Got a
$20 off when you buy it. I recommend it. I, in all honesty, I do recommend it. I did that for Dragon Age. I did that for this
Dude,
game.
you recoup your cost right there.
Yeah, exactly. I just saved, at least $20 this year.
That's
Probably
not-
another $20
that's not-
last year.
Wow.
Corny,
Yeah,
that's,
there you go.
That's gross.
And so it sounds like you can just switch your region on the fly.
Yes. So hold on, let me launch it and figure out how many
So you-
different locations I can find.
So you default it to the Netherlands for most of the time, right? But then
Yeah,
sometimes you might switch
way
it
that
to
it,
Mexico.
yeah, the way that it works for the proxy that they have only goes through the Netherlands that I've found. I haven't looked at their stuff in a long time, but last I checked, it was a strict set of servers that they used for proxy traffic. But for VPN traffic, if you want to encrypt everything, let's see, I have US California, US East, US Midwest, Texas, Florida, Seattle, West, Silicon Valley, New York, London, Southampton, Toronto, Canada, New York, I don't even know what that is, Sydney, Melbourne, Netherlands, Switzerland, Sweden, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Russia, Romania, Turkey, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Israel, Mexico, Brazil. Those are the options that I have.
The whole world.
Pretty much. So, I mean, I'll give you another example. Here's a dumb one. Normally, when Battlefield or any of the EA games unlock, they unlock on a Tuesday. And they normally unlock on, like, 9 a.m. or something on Tuesday, Pacific time. And what you can do is you can set your traffic to Japan, and Japan, because they're like 18 hours ahead of us, you can unlock it on Monday. And then you just turn it off and you can start playing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of silly things that you can do with it. I did that like once when Battlefield launched, and I did that another time, something else, I can't remember. But most of the time, I use it to encrypt traffic that I'm grabbing. But yeah, you can do a lot of little silly things with it. It's by far worth it. I think I've had it for I'm more than willing to pay the $40 a year.
How? You probably don't know the answer to this question, but I'll ask anyway. Maybe you have some ideas. How do they go about dealing with
Which one? The one I said?
authorities in these various countries where
They don't.
traffic goes suspicious? Or
They don't.
What do you mean?
If you actually like look on their website,
That was yours.
they basically say that
You are beautiful. I want to make a squad with you, and I think you're so pretty, and you're so
Like, is there traffic?
super
technically?
laughing face.
So couldn't the
hold on, let me see if I can find out a good. I think they have something. Basically, they do not log anything besides the fact that you have an account. So you have a username and a password when I'm using their
I'm deliberately making
their
fun
VPN
of that.
client, or if I'm using
You don't get
their
that. It's an
proxy.
issue.
And I put in that particular username and a password, and that's it. But other than that, they do not take any information. So it's just that initial handshake is, hey, are you an active person
Is the whole point.
in our system? Yes? Okay. And then that's it. And then they forget everything else. And once the handshake is established, they pretty much forget you. So they do not hold any data on their servers. So if someone said, hey, we want to see what the traffic was
the logs? Yeah.
on, like, what are your logs for yesterday? It's like, we don't have logs. So they can't get anything. The only time they could actually get you would be if they traveled to that country and said, we want to see your live traffic for this person with this account located here.
Yeah.
But they're in the Netherlands, so I don't think that's going to happen. And if someone is really going to that level of trying to figure out what my traffic is, they probably would have just hacked my computer.
One time we were having sex and it was like she
I
was
wonder if at some point
having orgasm and she was
the
not.
governments
I was like,
will
what the
be
fuck?
requiring
I've
them
never
to
had that
maintain
before.
a certain
It was
amount of
ridiculous.
log.
That's why they're based in, I think they're based in London or somewhere in Europe where they can get away with stuff like that. They're not based in the US, so they don't have to answer to US authorities.
Maybe Iceland.
Something, yeah.
I think we need to move up.
Well, consider.
Yeah.
50-50, sucker. Oh god.
Oh, here. It actually tells you they're based in the U.S. They are based in the U.S., but it says the U.S. is one of the few countries that does not have a mandatory data retention policy. Countries in the EU are first to log, even though they claim they do not.
What? That's like completely the opposite of what I think.
I know in the UK they do have stupid amounts of oversight from the UK government, so that I would expect. I don't know about Germany or the other places. You can also put it on your phone too.
Oh yeah.
So if you wanted to, no, seriously, if you wanted to, when you were at work, enable that, then it's like all of your traffic is shaped. So the only thing that they see is you pointing to one address. So if you're worried about Andrew snooping on you,
That's how you get friend
Until they block the port.
Friend zone.
Andrew uses it, so the chance of that is low.
Oh, I love it.
No, she's not.
I know.
Oh.
You're not gonna block it.
Get friend zone by pretending to be a nice guy, just getting her fucking pants when fucking someone is.
No, I think he only does that occasionally.
I mean, come on,
But,
think about it.
yeah, I mean, he can do that for your phone. I would consider doing it on my phone, but
What? You gotta be
I don't really care enough. I don't do anything on my phone that I'd be concerned with.
Yeah. You can't really. Maybe you can. I'm sure you could, but it's like not very practical to torrent on your phone or don't.
People do. Don't ask me why, but they do.
That whole like.
Stupid.
Maybe for
fantasy
prawn.
thing or something. Yeah.
I-
DJ created this fantasy in her head.
Why?
You play
Like,
piano.
I don't know. Maybe
so
you just.
stupid.
I don't know.
Especially when you make stuff up for them on the spot. It's like, oh my god. Then you bring wine, and it's like, they fall into the whole romantic fantasy thing.
I think.
Although,
about
I actually did all
dinner
that because
time
I
for me, so I'm
wanted
gonna
to
step
buy
away
her
here. I
wine
might
and
be away
try
for
new wine with her, so
30
it
minutes
wasn't
or
like
so.
I
So talk
Yeah,
to
I'm
you guys
probably
later.
gonna have to go find something for myself soon.
thought about this too much. Damn, you are hard to fucking.
Cut the stream, delete the record.
Jeez, you need a vibrator, don't you?
Yeah, thanks for streaming that. Looks pretty cool.